Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? I am super duper excited, guys, because today we have a treat. It is a pre release exclusive. And y'all know here at the cafe, we love a good pre release exclusive. We are hanging out with author extraordinaire. We are hanging out with agent. She is just everything in this literary game. She is just doing the thing. We're hanging out with Michelle Lindo-Rice on today. And Michelle, not only are we hanging out, we're celebrating. Like they got a couple of hours if they've already pre-ordered before it hit their Kindles, all that good stuff. If they pre-ordered from bookstores, all of that good stuff, it should be coming soon. So we're super duper excited. And thank you so much for hanging out with us on today. Guys, if you're joining us, we are so excited to be hanging with Michelle Lindo-Rice on today. Of course, you already know what to do. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come on down to the cafe because we're hanging out with author Michelle Lindo-Rice on today. Hey, Mama Tony, thank you so much for joining us on today
Hi.
as well. Okay, now Michelle, they're coming on in. We got Myra Cook hanging out with us
Hi.
on today as well. I want you, my friend, to introduce yourself to the people.
So I'm Michelle Lindo Rice, and I am super excited to be here. First, thank you so much to Angela, who always supports me, um, and who is just an author's friend, is what I'm going to say. So, thank you so much. I get to write these stories that, um, of love, and now I get to write stories of friendship. And this is my first big book with Mira, and I'm super excited at the opportunity. So, what else is there about me? And when I'm not writing, I also work in education. I'm dabbling a little bit in literary agenting, and that's a lot of fun helping other authors as best as I can. So, I think that's a little bit about me.
I love it. I love it, Michelle. We are just super duper excited for you. They're coming in. They're still showing you some Michelle Linda Rice love. We
Thank
have
you.
Sharon hanging out with us on today. LaShawn hanging out with us. Antoinette is saying good evening, everyone hanging out with us. We have
Hi.
LaShawn, Antoinette Gates, Caitlin. Thank you guys so much. We have author Sharon Blunt hanging out with us. Guys,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for coming to hang out with us. And not only that, guys, I'm going to keep saying it. We're celebrating. It's just a couple of hours. And guess what? We will definitely be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of the book Shop a Sisterhood. First of all, y'all, check out that cover. Michelle, you know we're going to talk about this cover a little bit as well. But Michelle, I am so excited. And I know Michelle knows this, and I'm going to let the people in on a little secret. Y'all, when Michelle Linda Rice did her cover reveal, I was like, oh my goodness. First of all, y'all know I love a bookish book. I mean, anything that's like bookish, dealing with bookshops, books, reading, all that stuff, I'm like, count me in. Then I saw the cover. I was like, Michelle, I mean, I think I reached out to her early. I was like, Michelle, I love this cover. I was like, Michelle, I gotta read it as well. So,
Yes.
guys, you are just a couple of hours away from the Bookshop Sisterhood. And so, Michelle, we're going to start with the cover first. What
Yes.
was your reaction when you saw your final cover for the Bookshop Sisterhood?
So I will tell you that there was another cover that the team really, really liked.
Okay.
And this is where it helps when you have a great agent with you as well. But as an author, you're talking at this point to the editor, but also to the sales and marketing team. And they're looking at what's hip, what's out there. But I just kept saying, it doesn't feel like it's gives what's in there, because it's a heavier, well,
Yeah.
fun but still heavier read for the original cover. And so, just that pushback, back and forth, and they were wonderful to work with, to take all my thoughts and considerations, and then they came back with that, and I was like, yes, this is. And they loved the cover too. What happens is, when sales and marketing finally read the book, then they were like, "Oh no, we need a different cover."
We
I
need a
get
different
what you're
cover.
saying now. And so the excitement of the HarperCollins team and Mira is definitely very exciting for me. It's a first for me as far as that level of excitement. The other lines that I write for too, they're wonderful. So it's just in this instance, I really got a chance to really express my thoughts on the cover. So when I saw that, I had goosebumps, I had tears,
Oh,
I had all
wow.
the good feels, almost like, when they go, the wedding dress when you try it on, almost like that. It felt like I was
Like
like
that,
this.
say yes to the dress or say yes to the cover. I
Yes,
love
I
that.
did.
And Michelle, again, they are giving you love in the comment section as well with this cover. They're saying love the cover. Antoinette even said that it's a beautiful cover as
Thank
well.
you.
Mama Tony of Mama Tony Book Nook, she said that the yellow
Yes.
is popping
Yes, it
as well.
is.
So they are enjoying that. Um,
Yes.
and then LaShawn said, basically, I guess when you saw it, you knew that this was the one
Yes, I did.
as well. Yes, Sharon is with us. She said, say yes to the dress and the cover. Yes, I love that. I love that as well. Guys, again, thank you so much for joining us. We are hanging out with author Michelle Lindo-Rice. We are celebrating with her, and I am so excited that she took the time to hang out with us, guys. The pre-release, guys. This is the day before release day. You are just a couple of hours in. Hold tight. We would definitely be sharing with you how you can get a copy of it, how you can you still have time to pre-order if you want to pre-order. But it will be hot off the press in just a couple of hours as well. Now, Michelle, we're gonna get into it a little bit. We're gonna spill a little tea for the people,
Yes.
all that good stuff, and help celebrate with you. But one thing that I wanted to ask you, we talked about this cover that is just such a wow factor, and it captures your attention. I'm with Mama Tony too. I love that yellow, and then I love those other shades of colors that's in there. And then, I mean, check out her on the cover. Okay, I love that. Now, for you, okay, I love a title. The Bookshop Sisterhood. Michelle, spill some tea now. Was that your working title, my friend, or no? This title
That
came
was not my
later.
working
Tell us
title
about
at
that.
all. That title was the product of a team of people at HarperCollins, the sales and marketing as well as the editorial team. They came up with that title, and so many people absolutely love that title. My working title was actually Four Little Words. That was my working title, which I love.
Oh,
And so
wow.
I may try to see if I can write something else that goes with that title. But that was definitely my original title.
Wow.
And you know what? Too, so many people absolutely love that title. They absolutely love the title. But when you read it, you're gonna see that it's definitely centered a lot around the friendship, centered
Yeah.
around a drama that they face as they try to open a bookstore. These
Yeah.
four
Yeah.
friends. Yeah.
And Michelle, we love a good friendship story, especially when it's multiple friends.
Yes.
And it's also that type of friendship that's like that sister friend or that brother friend or that
Yes.
that close knit sisterhood of friendship as well. We really enjoy that and reading that in stories. But going a little bit talking about their friendship, can you share with us a little bit about what inspired the Bookshop Sisterhood?
I sure can. So the inspiration for this came from, watching television.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get inspiration anywhere. I've got inspiration from a picture. I've got inspiration from, a conversation that stayed with me. But in this particular case, I was watching the show 911 with my
Oh,
husband, and there's a scene where Eddie, the firefighter, is going. He went into the kitchen to talk to his girlfriend at the time, and he goes, "We need to talk," and she says those four little words, and I was like,
uh-huh.
I got goosebumps. I was like, pause the
Okay, Paul, we need
television.
to talk.
And I was just like, oh my gosh, four little words. And I was just like, what kind of four words can you hear that could dramatically change your life? And
Yeah.
that's when I began talking through, and I was like, well, what if you had four friends and they each heard four different words? And I know it's a lot, it's a lot of drama, but that's
Yeah.
it. That's a great thing, is that it's not, may not be for everyone, but there'll be someone that loves it. And so, I got this chance to pitch that, and that's where it was birthed out of that one line. And I was like, stop the television. It was about an hour and a half of conversation and building up these people. And I said, and there are times where you think of things and after a while you're like, I'll put it in my pile. But I was like, no, I feel like very strongly about this. I feel as if this could be something. And and that's when myself and my husband, we were talking to, I said, what are the four words that you could hear? It could be like, I want a divorce, or you can't have children, or I'm not your father, or you've won the lottery. And then from there I
Wow.
began to build the friendships. So
Look, it's a lot that can be said in four little words.
yes.
Wow, wow. Look, and Michelle, you got some individuals that they remember that episode. Mama Tony, she said that she saw that episode. You have Sharon Eatman Rowland. She said she remembered that episode as well. Oh my
You
goodness.
remember the episode. Yes.
Yes, and she said she loved 911 as well. Oh my goodness. If you are just joining us, we are celebrating with author Michelle Lindo-Rice. Guys, it is a pre-release day. Tomorrow is the big day. It will be hot off the press. It's available in ebook, it's available in print. We will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of this amazing, amazing story about these friends and the friendship. And one of the things I do love, that like even it says the Bookshop Sisterhood, you can always rely on a good book and great friends. And for the
Yes.
bookish people, we love that line. I love that.
I
Now,
think my
Michelle,
editor came up with that one.
wow, I
Yeah,
love that. I love,
she's
and it's so
wonderful.
it's perfect. It is perfect. I love that. I love that. Now, Michelle, I want to ask you this too, because let me just tell you, you got some great quotes and endorsements on this book. And one of the ones is actually right on the front cover. It says, you'll laugh, you'll cry, and you will ultimately rejoice in the bond of sisterhood. Now, first of all, Michelle, we love a book with all the feels, but what was that like when you read what Brenda Novak had to say about the Bookshop Sisterhood?
I tell you, I am a huge Brenda Novak fan, and I got the chance to meet her last year, her book stream that she's traveling the country with
Yeah,
last year, and she is absolutely. I mean, but I was starstruck. I mean, I read a lot of her books,
yeah,
and I think we're both in her group, so you see, she's
yeah.
very interactive with her readers. But when I saw this, I mean, I was just, I couldn't believe it, and I don't know, I guess you know with every book that you write and you send it there, you're just like, are people gonna like it? You still have those feelings, and
Mhm.
to just be authenticated by other author friends, like when Farah Sean said she loved it, and
Yep.
Kimberly Lawson Roby,
Yes, yes. You have some
I've
great
read,
quotes here.
yeah, I've read like all of Kimberly's books, and then to see people that whose books you've read and who you admire reading turn
Mhm.
around and say they really enjoyed it. It really just warmed my heart. And then also Annie Raines, and you know
Rhonda
um
McKnight,
Wanda
and I mean,
McKnight,
yes,
and I mean,
you had some heavy hitters talking
I
about this
did,
book. I
and I
love
was
it.
just blessed that they were able to take the time, because a lot of them actually are also on the deadline.
Yeah.
And for them to take the time to say, you know what, I have this amount of time, let me get into this and read it for you. It's a lot. I know personally it's a lot to be able to do so, especially when you're on the deadline yourself. And so, I mean, just like I said, just all the names of the authors that were able to do so, and Eliza Knight as well, did I miss anyone? Yeah, who were able to do so. Thank you so much. And Christian Higgins,
Yes, yes.
as well, thank you so much. when you saw me post, if you guys see me post about it on Facebook, that is genuine, just genuine thrill. I'm super excited and I'm shocked myself when I see these come in, but they also give me that impetus to keep going, because reviews can be brutal. Readers are honest, and they should be. They're going to tell you what they really think. And so you have to kind of, believe yourself in yourself, and you have to kind of like, okay, keep going and keep writing. It can be really tough, this world, on your psyche. So it does help seeing other author friends that know about writing, know about the craft, validate you. It just felt wonderful.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that as well. And Michelle, thank you for just bringing us wonderful stories. Thank you for allowing us to read your work and to share your gifts with us time and time again. Guys, this is her 10th Harlequin book. So,
Yeah.
congratulations to you for that as well. So, we're super excited for you, super proud of you as well. Now, Michelle, I know that people want to know, y'all. She's gonna read a little short snippet. She's gonna give
Oh,
you a little
oh,
short snippet,
okay.
but I
Let me
know
look.
that people want to know a little bit, like backstory about these four friends or what have
Yeah.
you. So before we go into the characters a little bit, Michelle, can you share with us when you got the idea about the Bookshop Sisterhood or what have you, or Four Little Words? When you first got that idea, like, oh my goodness, I gotta write this story, what came first for you? Was it the characters of these four friends, or was it the plot?
Like I said, that idea right there is what came first.
Okay.
From watching 911,
Okay.
and then from there I began crafting the characters. And then
Wow.
once I craft the characters, you know, I to pitch this, being already published, you have to write out a long synopsis. So it's
Okay.
like maybe 68 is a good amount of single space pages.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you,
Uh-huh.
so you kind of have to like write everything out. But you really, really, in my opinion, don't get to know these women until you start writing. And
Oh.
then you begin to, though you stick to the plot that's there, because I'm really a pantser, so that's tough for me to do, plot everything
Okay.
out. But it does help give you like a roadmap. And so I build those characters. I That's when I started talking about the characters that night as well with my husband, and was like, well, this one, this is how I view her, this is how I see her. But I really, really got to know them when I started the book. And there's a part where you're writing and you're just chugging along, but then there's a part where you're just like, oh my gosh, you sit comfortably and like, I know these ladies, I know them now. And how would this one react in this situation, and how is she's going to react in this situation? So it's really trying to make sure that they're authentic to the character that you created. And honestly, that's also where reader feedback is good, and also where your editor is good, because an editor may say to you, this doesn't sound like the voice of this person, but luckily I was able to just nail that bond of sisterhood. So yes, there's a lot of drama there, and there may be people that feel like, how are these friends with all this drama? But it's a story I'm telling. I get to also have fun with it. Give me a break. Come on. But at the root of it, the love and the friendship that's there is very, very much real. And one of my favorite scenes is when Leslie's going through and she's just like, I'm not, forget about book club this month. And they were just like, we don't miss book club. I actually
Right.
had tears when I wrote that. And I loved that part of the book. So I hope people will read to get there, to read that piece.
I love that. I love that. And guys, we're gonna talk about the characters in just a little bit. And yes, Michelle's gonna read a little short snippet as well. But these four friends or sister friends, you got Celeste, you got Tony, you got Yasmin, and you got Leslie. And when you think about these individuals, if you could just give us a little bit, I'll say one of their names, and you can give us like a few words or whatever you want to say about that character. Let's
Okay.
start with Tony. What can you tell us about Tony's character?
Okay, so Tony, um, she is just that high fashion person who she's like the celebrity of the group. And so she has like a huge following, and she has this social media presence, and she's the expert on social media. But behind the scenes, she has her secret pain of learning, like, she can't have a child. And so when she learns this, she has to still put on that face for the public, but behind the scenes she's dealing with this. So that's I think a little bit about Tony. Quick snippet about her. And I think that a lot of people would relate to her because of how she's just that poised, well dressed, high fashion, fun personality, I think. And so I think that people will relate. There is a Tony there that we know. I actually also based her off Tony from oh gosh, of course
A
it's
girlfriend?
yeah. Yes.
Look, Tony Childs.
Yes.
And I like what LaShawn said too. She was like, I love a book that has friends and a book club is a bonus. Like, yes,
Yay. Thank you,
anytime book club
LaShawn.
is in there is definitely a bonus. I love that. I love that. And let's go to Leslie. What do you want to tell us about Leslie's character?
And Leslie, she is this super organized. Her life is always in order. That's the one who, and I have a sister like that has a schedule and a binder of events when they go on a family trip. So Leslie kind of remind me of that person. Very confident within herself, but then when she learns, these 4 words, from the man that she looked up to as her dad. She's a daddy's girl. And then when she hears that, hey, I'm not your father, then Leslie has all of that to unpack and to deal with. Yeah, it's a pretty busy, hectic 4 months that
It's
these characters go through.
these 4 friends, they have a whole lot going
Yes,
on
they do. They actually do.
individually.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I love that. I love that. And of course, let's talk a little bit about Celeste's character. What can you tell us about her character? And am I saying that's how I pronounce it? Is that
Yes,
how we just
Celeste.
we'll
Yes.
pronounce it how
Yes.
okay.
And Celeste is just this sophisticated woman who has her act together, who has a devoted husband by her side. And she went through trauma, and that has made her very just unlike herself. So she was that confident, financial whiz, and now she's questioning herself and afraid. So she's going through that trauma, and her husband is asking her to like get help, and she refuses, and so he's at his end. And so now Celeste has to deal with that. I can tell you this, that one of the things that I enjoy writing is some great men significant others. And
Uh-huh.
I think that you'll fall in love with Wade. I hope you do, because I enjoyed writing about Celeste's husband,
I
Wade.
love that. And of course, we cannot forget Yasmin. What can you tell us about Yasmin character?
I think Yasmin is just, she has a little growing up to do. Yasmin
Yes,
is like that friend that's just still trying to find their way. And she's done this, she's done that. She's super creative, super talented, but she's second guessing herself a lot. And so you're going to see her now where she's struggling. She's the friend that, may that have that financial issue compared to our other friends who all seem to be doing well, and you're the one that can't contribute the way that you like. And then Yasmin here is like, oh, you won this lottery. And now we watch her how she does with that money when she gets it. So just I think Yasmin's that friend that you probably shake your head and go, girl, what are you doing? Those friends that we have, but you love them anyway. They were all so much fun to ride. I
yeah,
could see them, their distinct personalities, just the way that they dress and the way they carry themselves. And I
yeah.
I hope that I have brought that on the page. Lots of drama, but it's packed well. That's my opinion.
Yes, yes. And guys, if you're just joining us, we are celebrating with author Michelle Lindo-Rice. Guys, hot off the press. You have just a couple of more hours. The Bookshop Sisterhood will
Please.
be live and in color. Hold tight. We will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of this amazing, amazing story with all the feels. Now, Michelle, you know you have to share with us this particular question. When you think about these four friends, which character for you was the most like interesting for you to write, and which one was a little more complex? Because they like you said, they all had their theme,
Yeah.
their four little words going on.
Well, I think as an author, you kind of, I don't know. I think I kind of like develops flip like different personalities as I go. So when I'm writing Yasmin Scene, I become her, and I try to get into her world because
Look
there's
at
a
you
little bit
spilling
of
the
her
tea
in me.
behind the
There's a little
scenes.
bit of me in each of these women, and I draw from that, and
Oh,
I draw from that a little bit. But um, definitely, I enjoyed unpacking Celeste's relationship with her husband and what she's gone through, and different situation that maybe family and friends may have gone through. It's really not biographical, a biography at all, but it's just you may take a snippet here, a piece there, a little capture here or there that I may get. But each of these women, by really working on their character arcs, like I said, like there's a point in the book where you really sit with them and you're like, oh, I see you now, I get you, I understand you. And so I just write from that perspective. So when I'm being Yasmin, I'm just like going by the seat of my pants and what's gonna happen next, and okay, how am I gonna deal with this? She's a survivor. She's gonna try to figure out how to survive and how to make it, and she just have the best of intentions. And then what's also fun, which maybe not a lot of people appreciate, but it is fun writing with these friends bickering when they're ready.
oh, the dialogue.
I
We
love to,
love
that
that.
makes
We
me
love the
laugh, but
dialogue.
I know that there will be people that probably feel like these aren't real friends if they bicker, but you do have friends that bicker.
Right, right. And that's what like helps kind of bring the story to life too, that realness of those conversations. Because when you have that type of relationship with your sister friend, or like those close knit, yeah, it's some bickering there and it's all in love, but
Yeah.
you know how we do.
And also too, quite honestly, because it's some really heavy subject matters that are dealt with in the book, it's a way for me to also lighten it and still keep it fun
Yeah, and
and
have
still
that
keep it
balance.
humorous, with the friends.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was also strategically done. I tried
yeah.
anyway.
Guys, if you're joining us, we're hanging out with author Michelle Lindo-Rice. We are celebrating with her the Bookshop Sisterhood. It is
Thank
coming
you.
in a couple of hours, hot off the press for you guys. And Michelle, I'm gonna let you kind of set the tone and set the scenes, and share with us a little bit about what you're getting ready to read. For us, guys, she's gonna give us a short snippet. The Bookshop Sisterhood.
Okay, thank you so much. So, and I'm trying to. I'm just gonna start from the very beginning. One of my author friends who I really admire always kind of I have heard her say that, and so I'm going to start from the beginning. I'll share a small little snippet with you from the very beginning. And so this is the very beginning where the friends are looking at their idea of opening the bookstore, and everything is good so far in their life, and Celeste is the only one who's already kind of going through some things, and you get to see them interact, and you get to kind of see all four friends together and their personalities. Okay, so starting off with chapter 1, Celeste. This is going to be the best year of our lives, Celeste Coleman said with forced cheeriness, tucking her long legs under her dining table. She lifted her coffee cup toward the other three women seated in her spacious eating kitchen. Leslie and Tony propped their elbows on the table and held up their iced lattes. Yasmin was the last to raise her cup of peppermint tea. I sure hope so. Her foot rapped on the natural hardwood floors. She was convinced coffee wasn't good for her skin, though Celeste had repeatedly told her it was rich in antioxidants. But Yasmin's dark skin was smooth, flawless, so Celeste stopped arguing and let her drink her tea. It was Tuesday, a few minutes after 9 a.m. on the second day of the new year, and her friends had gathered in her home in Dover, Delaware, with two purposes in mind: to talk about their first read of the year, just the nicest couple, and then plan the grand opening of their bookstore. The closest major bookstores were an hour away, and the friends believed they had a solid chance at launching a successful business selling what had bound their sisterhood for years: books. No matter what was going on in their lives, books were their therapy, their escapism, their companions, and pretty soon they would share that love with other young girls. Celeste could hardly wait. They had to decide on a name, their brand, and a location. The women tapped their cups gently. Seeing Yasmin's slumped shoulders, Celeste's heart squeezed. Yasmin had been working two jobs at two nursing homes and had lost one of them just before the end of December. Now she was sleeping on her parents' couch in their one-bedroom apartment. She eyed Yasmin's jeans, sweater, and black kitten pumps from 2 seasons ago and kept her face devoid of any pity. It will be amazing. How can it not be? Four friends with off the chart skills starting a bookstore together can only be amazing. So they have high hopes,
They have high hopes.
and then the drama ensues.
I love that. I love that. Michelle, thank you so much for sharing a snippet of the Bookshop a Sisterhood. Now, before we play a round of this or that, Michelle, I want to ask you this. Once you kind of like got the idea, did you know that it was going to be bookish? Did you know that you wanted to have like the bookshop and them opening as the backdrop, or that kind of came later?
I think that kind of came later. I was just really focused on who these four women are, and I wanted them to just join together. And books is something that I really, really, I mean, I love. And I'll tell you this: one of the things that was most fun about writing this book was the fact that my editor was just like, this, when I mentioned books, my editor was just like, is there a way you can add more books in here? Oh, you didn't have to tell me twice. So I got to talk about books within my books, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, you're gonna see Vanessa Miller Pierce name in there. Vanessa Miller, sorry. You're gonna see Wanda McKnight. You're gonna see Rashonda
Wow.
Gates. You're gonna see Victoria Christopher
I
Murray.
love that.
They're all in there. Farah Rashad, you're gonna see everybody's name in there at some point. You're gonna see it. And I even mentioned um Amish books in there because I read those too. We read. That's the thing about Black women is we read everything. And
Michelle, you can see that in the comment section, they're getting so excited because we as bookish people, we love reading bookish books. I mean, Caitlin is like books, coffee in a bookstore, nothing better than that.
yeah,
As well, they are just. I think Lashawn earlier she said my girls books, coffee, and opening a bookstore as well. So they are really loving that
yeah.
the bookish part, as a backdrop as well. Now, Michelle, we're gonna play a quick round of this or that, my friend.
Okay,
I promise you, there's no right or wrong answer because it's all things according to Michelle Lindo-Rice, and
okay,
because it's summertime, this
all
is
right,
book this or that summer edition.
all right.
Okay, you ready?
Yes,
All right, let's get started. First up, okay, sunglasses or straw hat?
sunglasses,
Okay, sandals or flip flops?
sandals,
Okay, popsicle or ice cream?
ice cream,
Okay, okay, lemonade or iced tea? Lemonade or iced tea?
lemonade.
I love it. I love it. Okay, and of course, beach or mountains?
Ooh, hmm. I'll probably pick the beach.
Okay, okay. And of course, y'all know Michelle has been here before, but for those of you who may not know, Michelle Lindo Rice, we gotta know for the cafe. Are you team tea or team coffee, my friend?
I am Team T all the way.
I love it. I love it, Michelle. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. And the time goes by so fast. Michelle, we are so
Yes,
excited for you to
thank
talk
you.
about your new release that is hot off the press, guys. The
And see
Bookshop
my book
Sisterhood.
earrings.
Look at your book earrings. I love that. Oh my goodness, guys. Michelle is getting ready to share with us how we can get our hands on a copy of it. But before y'all know that there is a giveaway, I'm going to let Michelle Lindo-Rice share with you what is her giveaway for her pre-release night here at the cafe on today.
Well, I am so fortunate that I have partnered with Riches in Reading, and anyone that order from Riches in Reading, order a copy of the Bookshop Sisterhood. It'll be an autograph copy, first of all, but also you'll be entered to win one of two $10 gift cards to Riches in Reading, because we definitely want to support our indie stores. Besides that, you can get a copy of the Bookshop Sisterhood through any digital medium that you use, and or as well as other major chains and bookstores, you can get it as well. But definitely for the giveaway, please go to Riches in Reading. There's a link on my author page and also on my Facebook author page and Instagram. There are links everywhere. So please, please, please support her. She is a darling and she really
Yes.
worked hard for us as authors.
And I will also put the link in the comment section as
Thank
well,
you,
guys. You can
Angela.
pre-order from Riches and Reading. That is one of the places that you can get the book from. It's an indie bookstore. And when you pre-order, so you still have some time on today. If you pre-order, you will be entered into the running. There is two $10 gift
Mm.
cards to Riches and Reading as well. And we'll make sure that we put that link in the comment section as well.
Yes, and it ends, I think we said July 31st. So please order right away.
Yes,
I know how
yes.
we do. We like to wait till the mood strikes, but please order for me.
Yes,
Right.
and guys, once you read this amazing, amazing book, definitely make sure that you guys leave a review. We'll be so appreciative of that as well. And then also, Michelle, can you please share with us all the different formats that this book will be available in as well?
Yes. So the Bookshop Sisterhood is available in trade paperback, which is what you're seeing here. Also as a hardcover. It is also available on digital, whether it be Kindle, Nook, etc., Google Books, wherever, and it's also an audiobook. Ariel Blake narrated that. So you
Wow,
get to hear a wonderful
wow.
voice in there. So
And Michelle, you know
um,
we love when books are available in all three formats.
yes,
So,
it
guys,
is.
whatever suits your fancy, you can get a copy of the Bookshop Sisterhood in ebook, in print, and audiobook as well. And Michelle, of course, guys, we definitely want you to pre-order, get you a copy of the Bookshop Sisterhood. But I told Michelle I gotta share this one, guys. On last week, okay, y'all know I love a fairy tale retelling. It happens to be Beauty and the Beast. Is a beast in the I'm sorry, a Beauty in the Beast by Michelle Lindo-Rice, guys. This is her one of her Harlequin books, special edition. It is available now. It is live and in color already, so you don't have to pre-order this one. You can go ahead and get it in ebook and print. So I wanted to share that with you guys as well. We'll put a link in the comment section for this one as well. Now, Michelle, before we let you go, my friend, please
Yes.
share with us what did you enjoy about writing the Bookshop Sisterhood?
I think what I mostly enjoy was a I got to celebrate books and just highlight authors that I have read for years. So I got to do that. And also I'm like, authors like Vanessa Riley and all these wonderful authors I got to celebrate in my own little way. Patricia Johns, all these authors are in there. Um And then my next thing that I really enjoyed was it really made me reflect on my own friendship. I have had friends for over 20 years and it was just a celebration. We definitely didn't have the drama that these girls had, but it was just a celebration. And that I think is what really did it for me, and what really stood as the backbone was thinking of my own friends that I've had, that you have your social media face, and then you have you behind the scenes, and they know with everything I've been going through, and they have been rocks for me, and they have been there, and seeing me through. And so it was just a chance to celebrate friendship, and that's what I really, really enjoyed about the Bookshop Sisterhood.
I love that. And thank you so much for bringing us a bookish book. We are super duper excited. As I said, she had me at the cover and the title. I was like, Michelle, I'm so excited about this book. As well, guys, there you have it, The Bookshop Sisterhood by Michelle Lindo-Rice. Guys, just a couple of more hours. We're so appreciative that Michelle stopped by to hang out with us for
Thank you
a
so much,
pre-release
Angela, for having me. I
exclusive.
appreciate it.
Guys, let me tell you, tell a friend to tell a friend. Book clubs.
Please.
Oh my goodness. Book clubs. You guys read it together as a book club. Grab a buddy.
And
Get
you
you
know
a
what's
copy
great,
of
Angela?
uh-huh.
I'm so sorry to cut you off, but you know what's great? I get to celebrate this release at the National Book Club Conference this
Yes.
weekend,
And you got a
with
question too.
Curtis
They want to
Brown
know if you would have
20th. So
copies.
that is a book club book at the book club conference.
I love that. I love that. So I think someone had that question in the comment section. So yes, she will have copies of the Bookshop Sisterhood at the National Book Club Conference as well. And it's a bookish book. So how super cool is that? Michelle, you have to share with us, my friend, how can we stay connected with you?
Yes, please stay connected with me. You can Google me and you will find me all over. You can email me. You can, I'm on Facebook. I'm on X, I guess it's called. I'm on Instagram. Reach out. I have an author page as well. You can stay connected with me. I try to interact as much as I can. But I also have to write. But I try to interact as much as I can.
Right.
And I welcome hearing from readers. Readers are the one that when I wanted to quit, they were some of my biggest encouragement to keep going. And so I love hearing and talking to readers. Thank you so much.
Wow. Well, thank you, Michelle, for celebrating your pre release and giving us a pre release exclusive here at the Cafe, guys. You have heard it here first. The Bookshop Sisterhood, it will be live and in color. So you still have time to pre order.
Please
It will be
pre-order.
out tomorrow as well, guys, on July 30th. It'll be live and in color. Of course, if you have pre-order an ebook at 12 a.m., it will hit your e-readers, all of that good stuff as well. Michelle, thank you so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
New release. Happy release day in a couple of hours. All of that good stuff as well. And Michelle, we want to allow you, my friend, to have the last words of what you want to say to the people.
Well, to the readers, this is for the girls that used to go to the library with a stack of books and return the next day to get another stack. We get to celebrate ourselves as, the top readers, which are Black women are the top readers. And so we get to celebrate ourselves. So please pick up a copy. Please reach out. And I also would like to just thank Angela for all that you do to support authors as well. And I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. I hope that you are entertained. I hope you laugh. I hope you cry. And at the end, I hope you say this was a very good read.
I love that. Well, thanks again, Michelle Lindo-Rice. We've had an amazing time hanging out with you guys on today. And of course, guys, you already know what we're going to say. Have an amazing day because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. And be sure to get a copy of the Bookshop Sisterhood. See you later.